Yep. There was a man locked in there when we moved in, living off insects and mushrooms in his cell. I left him locked up after I met him. And those glassy booby traps. One of my people, I told everyone to avoid the room after that. No one here is worth losing. Poked my head in there and saw a giant robot next to a dead body. Hard pass. We've been trying to snare them for a while for fresh meat, but they just chew through the ropes like they're Sour Patch Kids. Booby traps. One of my people disarmed an explosive on a door, but missed a gas mine under the floor panel on the other side. She was vomiting for a week. Almost died. I told everyone to avoid the room after that. No one here is worth losing over whatever guns may or may not be in there. Careful out there. It's an uncaring world.
Systems active. Greetings, Rangers.
It's not fair!
Please!
We'll have
My
our
son's not a
revenge.
Dorsey!
You ain't seen
Let
the
him
last
go.
of us!
Mom? Sorry. Never mind. Why? What do you want? I hurried here as quick as I could after, but... No, please, I just need you to go away. Please. There was this smiling lady. She said she had some... She was gonna sell me. She put me in... One of her men took me out of the cave. I kicked him as hard as I could and ran. They didn't find me in the dark. And then I stayed with them till I got here. Bye.
Murderers! The demons
son's
of blood
done
is
nothing
coming
wrong!
for you all!
You don't look like marshals. Do you work for the Patriarch? Then my boy needs your help. He's going to be executed. And they won't listen when I say he's no killer. Judge Watkins has sentenced my son to die. Austin is all I have left. Everyone else died on the plains. He's a good boy. He never hurt anyone. I'm sure of it. Please, maybe Watkins will listen. I don't even know why he was rounded up. He won't tell me. Says he's embarrassed. I know they caught him doing something wrong, but he says he never hurt anyone. If you talk to him, maybe he'll tell you what happened. Sometime Austin Pease, the skinny boy up on the platform. I can't imagine he killed anyone. We've seen enough death on our way out here. Our family escaped the wars in the East. Tried to make our way across the plains. Please, help my son!
No regrets! No repentance!
The deluge of blood!
Howdy, Judge. How's your heart?
Marshal Quan. Rangers, I am Magistrate Silas Watkins. I have heard of you indeed.
No mercy on your...
Sorry, I didn't mean to ignore you. Made a real big mistake. See, the Plains gangs chased my mom and me off our land. We lost everything. Heard this was a place of God-fearing people and thought they'd do right by us. People here kept us out in the cold, letting us starve to death while they sat inside, warm and fed. Then the Dorseys came and gave me some food and some kindness and asked me to do some vandalism. I figured what was the harm? I never killed no one, but I did bust some windows. Marshals caught me doing it, and they said I was working with the Dorseys. Magistrate agreed, so here I am. Mom would have talked me out of it. I should have talked to her first. We were starving. No two ways about it. We were going to die. Dorseys gave us food. I figured a few windows was a worthwhile trade for the bread and meat that saved our lives. I thought it was too harsh, But what happens if I speak up now? Will they come after my mom? I can't take the chance. Magistrate tells me it's death. They're gonna strip me down and tie me to those things. And they're gonna let the cold do its work. I wonder if it'll hurt.
Wish I could tell you it won't, kid. But that'd be a lie.
No, I was never no desperado. Don't rightly know why, but if I'm to die, I'd at least like to do that right. Gonna do that like a man. Magistrate's a hard man. I wish I could believe it'd work. I'd do anything for someone who could get me free without hurting anybody in the process. Guess I don't have any money to give you, but I'd pay you back in hard work, if you'll have me. I'm used to hard work around the homestead, and I ain't too bad with a gun either. My folks made sure I could hunt and fight. I always dreamed of coming to the big city and being a newspaper man. You know, interviewing. Nice talking to you.
If it's too dangerous for you, Marshals, maybe I should go in there myself. Sheriff Daisy! Sheriff!
Miss, please.
I've had enough of this. Why won't you people do anything? Deputy, how long is the sheriff going to be busy?
As long as it takes, Miss Wesson. You know the trouble that's gone down.
Ah, Marshals. Finally. I was beginning to think you were never... Hold on now. You aren't marshals. You look like ruffians. Are you here to see the sheriff? Well, I'm first. I am under considerable duress. My family has been kidnapped by those no-good Dorseys, and the marshals will give me no answers about their situation. They won't even speak to me. I must know how the sheriff intends to rescue them. And when. That may be, but my family is one of the leading families of Colorado Springs. We have been longtime allies of the Patriarch and supporters of all he stands for. Surely that should be given some consideration. I suppose not. We are all equal in the eyes of God, as they say. I am just frustrated. That is all. It doesn't seem that any... My name is Lucia Wesson, daughter of Percival Wesson and Maria Reyes of the 100 Families. But now they and my little brother have been kidnapped by those good-for-nothing Dorseys, and I fear for their lives. We are the founding families of Colorado Springs, descended from the survivalists who came together after the deluge of fire and helped the Patriarch build a stronger Colorado. I'm proud to trace my lineage back before the war on both sides of my family. Someone let the Dorseys into town, and the savages have taken my family hostage, along with a good many others, and I came here to demand that Sheriff Daisy immediately mount an expedition to save them, but her marshals keep putting me off. Thank you, friends. One more voice. Sheriff Daisy, I will not leave until you speak to me.
We should build some more watchtowers around the garden. Dorsey slipped right past the ones we...
Well, now, you must be the Rangers. I'm the sheriff around here, but you can call me Daisy. Old Saul tells me you're a bunch of badasses, and I ain't one to turn away a badass, especially at a time like this. I reckon you already heard all about the Dorsey raid, so I won't bore you with the details. Suffice it to say, we whooped 'em good, and the survivors are holed up in the Garden of the Gods with a bunch of hostages. Thing is, I lost a lot of marshals. My boys and girls are tired and beat up. You want to make some fast friends around here? You could go into the garden and speak to those Dorseys for us. Maybe find out how the hell they got into the city in the first place.
And by speak, you mean shoot the everlasting shit out of them and save those hostages, right, boss?
Quan, I hear you're some fancy liaison now. Old Saul taking my people without even asking? How dare he? Anyway, yes, you rascal. That's exactly what I mean.
Ma'am, yes, ma'am.
That girl, you think I ain't heard her yapping? But I got a couple of 50... Tell you what, though. Her people are 100 family folks from the fancy side of town, so they got some pull. You can do me a big favor and kill 2... In fact, I'm gonna insist on it. I need that girl out of my hair. I'll let Lipinski know you're bringing her along. He won't let you into the garden without her. Don't worry. She knows. Go in there and kick some... The garden's on the far side of the market square. Don't forget to take Miss Wesson with you.
Miss Wesson, could you... I'm sorry about that.
Thanks, Tor.
Anytime, Marshal Quan. Thanks. If you've got any feedback, be sure to fill out a form.
My mom and pa are safe. Still haven't heard from my sister. She was working near the museum when the attack started.
Jesus! Fucking Dorseys! You spoke to Sheriff Daisy like you promised, strangers. Thank you. I heard her tell you to take me with you to... No good traitors, that's what they are. Used to be 100 families, like us, but rotten. They rebelled against the Patriarch before I was born, and were driven from the city. I was always told they were dead and gone. It seems I was misinformed. It's a project of the Ward family, a showcase for their know-how. They grow food there using the latest technologies. Colorado Springs leads the world, but there are plenty of places to hide in the garden. The Dorseys could be laying for us anywhere. We shall have to be cautious. Certainly. My father taught me to shoot almost before I could walk, and I'm the best shot.
Oh, it's true. She's a prodigy, all right. Also a pain in the ass.
No. There's no need to worry that I will be shy about pulling the trigger. I promise, strangers, if it is to save my family, I will not hesitate. I know very little about you, strangers. And even if I trusted you as I would a friend, it is still my family who the Dorseys threaten. I must go. At last.
Death to Buchanan! Death to the 100 Rangers! What brings you here? They are the only instrument of justice we need. Serious offenders die by exposure. Sometimes I might grant a reprieve after frostbiters claim their extremities. For some offenses, we have a work camp on the plain. Minor infractions, like public drunkenness or disorderly conduct, are punished by a short stay in the sheriff's lockup. Oh, to the contrary. It is more merciful than the punishments meted out by the mountain clans or the gangs of the plains. As much as we might long for the world before the bombs, when justice was not so...
And let's be honest, Judge.
No, I do not.
And since you're the law around here...
I follow principles set forth at the second founding of this city, as you know very well. Without our laws and the penalties to proceed, his crimes are still severe. He was part of the Dorsey uprising. He caused significant property damage. His actions diverted marshals from responding to reports of attacks, magnifying the harm the Dorseys were able to inflict. Argue a case, and I might show lenience. Mercy. I do not see the word in my law books. The patriarch has charged me. My concern cannot be for his mother. It can only be for the law. Regrettable, but he chose this path, not I. Proceed. Indeed.
Bastards!
It's not fair.
We ain't gonna beg for our lives. We ain't weak like you.
Murderers! Murderers! Bastards! I hope you die slow!
Extra,
Dorsey's
extra!
gone!
Cowardly attack on Colorado Springs!
Oh, darn it, Martha. Why else would I even...
Garden of the God?
Consarn it! You Dorsey peckerheads, get on out of there!
Hush up now, Josiah. You can't go in there alone. They'll kill you.
You think I can't handle myself?
Since when? You've been a shopkeeper. Will you help me talk some sense into this old fool? If he goes after those, thank you. Keep an old...
Killing myself? You do this, you'll get a nice discount at the shop. Well, go on then.
Shit, Hotlanders! We thought you was all dead! Back off! Hope my Dorseys remember!
Phew, boy. Thanks again for taking care of those. Say, if you got hurt in that scrap, you should see a friend of mine, Doc Parker. He set up a clinic. And here, a little token of our... Come on back after we reopen the shop.
By order of the Patriarch, only authorized personnel are to pass this gate. An invitation from the head of a family or authorization from the Patriarch. Until you have that, the gate stays closed. Broadmoor Heights and the Patriarch's Palace. The attack on the city has everyone nervous. Good day.
Dozens killed by Dorsey thugs! Families taken hostage!
We ain't gonna beg for our lives! We ain't weak like you!
How does it feel now?
No regret!
Dorsey
no
scum!
repentance!
Brave Marshal stopped Dorsey's at Palace Gates! Patriarch alive and
Julius
safe!
Dorsey lives! He'll kill you all!
Yeah, this whole place is a gloss. But who wants to hear all the ugly detail?
Why, hello there! My name's Old Baldy. And me and now, and in case you were worried, it's suitable for children of all. Step back. It is against museum rules to fondle the displays. Great youngest son of the Buchanan clan, brave survivors of the fall of man. Baby Saul grew straight like a tree, swing a sledgehammer before he was 3. Learned to read and write before he could walk. Finished all his schooling before he could talk. Showed all his teachers thing for 2. When he taught them that a fact didn't have to be true. Is Buchanan a man? Oh boy, what a man! The strongest of men! You can say that again.
Greetings, visitors. My name is Junko Murayama, and it's my pleasure to welcome you to the Saul Buchanan, Colorado Heritage Museum. You're about to embark on a journey through history as we share with you the people and events that made Colorado what it is today. Our new and improved animatronic exhibits will bring history to life as you learn about the rise of the Patriarch, the unification of the 100 families, and their battles against the Monster Army and the Plains Gangs. The staff of the Colorado Heritage Museum asks that you do not interact with the exhibits. Ready?
Snap and Jimmy Bob's still standing. Dorseys or no Dorseys. New faces? Let me know if you need to restock. Oh, that's my prized possession. A genuine pre-apocalypse, fully functional mine. That's snapping, Jimmy Bob, thank you. Let's.
Jesus, loaves and fishes, Christ! That's a bullet in my skull, ain't crab cakes! Well, I guess that takes care of the one. I'm back in business.
Take him down.
What's the matter with you? Don't you know the city's on lockdown? Go away!
Hey, take a look at what these marshals and Dorsey's got on them.
Those marshals were colleagues of mine. I'm gonna guess you didn't kill them.
Fat chance. We got guns and ammo now. We don't take orders from marshals no more.
I need a Band-Aid. The size of a truck!
Assessing the target.
Hey, y'all! Name's Snappin' Jimmy Bob. I'm selling if you're buying. Let's make a deal. Oh, that's my price. Let's.
Almost blow up the statue?
Yeah. Stop.
Be Market Square without it.